Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. Before we get started, get the shout-outs out of the way. Today's shout-outs goes to PAPS and BTW Trick Shot. Both were the first to say first in one of my recent videos and thus win the shout-out. So congratulations to both of you. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here. And what I got for you today, this is pretty neat goggles. I don't normally review goggles, but these ones caught my eye because of their capabilities. These are the FXT Viper True Diversity Goggles. What's neat about this and what really caught my eye is the way this is designed. It includes a monitor screen, removable monitor screen. Right now it's turned on. I didn't realize it was turned on. Let me turn it off. Well, I'm turning it on right now. But a removable monitor screen. But the design of this includes a periscope. Okay, periscopic mirrors. Well, there's a mirror here and a tilted mirror down here. Now, what's the advantage of having this periscopic system? What it does, folks, is increases the distance from the screen to your viewing, to your eyes, where you're viewing it. Why would you want to do that? Well, a lot of us old people here that wear glasses, we have a hard time seeing things up extremely close. Or those of us that are farsighted, those of us that are nearsighted too in old age, with our glasses on, that we need a little bit of distance also because of how our eyes change as we get a little bit older. But you know, this might be just the type of goggles old fogies like me might be interested in. Okay, what's special about it is, again, the way that this is designed. And you just strap in this monitor screen. This is a 37-channel True Diversity monitor. There's actually two receivers in here attached to both of these two antennas. And the way this works is, whatever antenna is receiving the best reception, that's what is going to be displayed on the monitor screen. Additionally, I mentioned, you know, for us old fogies here, you can wear your glasses inside of here. This is wide enough and easy enough that you can put your face right up in there with your glasses on, so you don't need to remove your glasses. And for those hot days, hot sweaty days, this bottom part actually just pops off so that you don't get all that sweatiness and condensation on the lens or on the mirrors on here. This is still viewable without that bottom part, you know, although there will be some light coming in from the sides here. But that screen is bright enough that you will be able to see it. Let me turn it on, actually, just to show you. Here's how you turn it on, by the way. Let me go get the battery for it. Hold on. Okay, this is how it's powered. There's a little micro USB cable that comes out. Now, you can use other similar cables, plugs that for other monitor power port or power plugs, if you wish, similar like my VRD2s. But you can also, and it comes with connectors for using, I think it's 2S through 6S batteries. It's up to 24 volts, I believe, that is able to power this from 7 to 24 volts. So you can use up all the way up through. What is that? 6S is 24. I'll put it right here. What the maximum number of S you can use with this, but that makes it pretty cool too. I am powering it with a little 3S battery here. I think it's 1100 milliamp hour. Well, it's a little generic thing. I don't know what it is actually, but it provides enough power to power this. And I put it there, and I use a smaller battery because it keeps it lightweight. But let's turn on the monitor to show you what I'm talking about here. You press this button in the back here and hold it down, and that powers up the monitor. And let's see if you can actually see the monitor screen through there. There it is, right there. Actually, I can bring it all the way up, can't I, without the bottom screen part on there. I'm trying to show you what I would see. But again, this also has a DVR built into it. You put your micro SD card right there, and this is your recording button here. You press it down and hold it. And for example, let's turn on, or let me find a little drone here. I'll fire it up, and we'll connect this right away to the drone to show you how to do such. Okay, I want to show you some features of this particular monitor screen that this comes with. And first off, let me move this back a little bit more so you can see the whole screen. But if you hold the button in the back, the toggle button in the back, that turns on the receiver. Now notice the blue light on top. there's two blue lights. There's one on the right side and one on the left. And whichever one is blinking or is on, that is the particular receiver that is receiving a signal. Right now it's on the right. Now, to scan for a frequency, I got a little micro quadcopter beside me here with a FPV system, but I pushed downward on this toggle in the back, and that should enter in, and I got to hold it down for 2 seconds, and that enters into auto scan mode. And now it's scanning through the frequencies, looking for my little quadcopter here beside me that's powered up right now, and it eventually finds its frequency. And it's on A4 5805 gigahertz. Now, if I press into the little button in the back, that brings up this on-screen menu, this on-screen display. Right now, again, let's turn it back on again. On band A4, channel A4 5805, we can select NTSC format, and that's not what we want to be on. This one, I guess, is PAL, or just leave it on auto. I recommend just leaving it on auto, and it will select the right frequency band. And pressing the button again, going down again, you can turn that display off on top and pressing the button in the back, and you see it's missing up here on that display. Let's turn it back on, and moving it to the right, that turns it back on. And what we get again is the receiver signals. Receiver A is receiving at 97%, B at 97%. Again, we're on channel A4 at 5805 gigahertz. This monitor has been on for 1 minute and 51 seconds, and right now my battery power is 11.1 volts that's powering this monitor. Now we can start recording by pressing this button here. And that should bring up the recorder, and we see recording, and it's now recording the FPV video. Now this records in 640 by 480 4:3 aspect resolution, but it actually is widescreen resolution that's been scrunched down to 4:3. That camera is a widescreen camera, is what I'm saying. So you can, if you have video editing software, I'm turning off the recording now, stretch that out to a more appropriate 16:9 resolution for this recorded video. In fact, you should be viewing on a 16:9 screen, because again, this particular camera that I'm recording with on this particular quadcopter is a widescreen camera. Let's go back to the on-screen display menu. Again, you can adjust the brightness, bring it up higher or lower, going backlight and brightness too. I'm going to leave everything at 40 for tomorrow's flight. And again, this has a speaker in it. There's the reception, and I'm going to turn it back down. This particular quadcopter does not have a speaker on it, or a microphone on it. And again, we're leaving the language as English, and pressing the button one more time. Now, if you lift up on the toggle in the back, that toggles between FPV view, and this is recorded video view from the DVR that I've recorded. If you press up again, this should bring in AV mode, where you can have AV input into this from an external DVR or external audio video input. And lifting it up again, I think that goes right back to FPV mode. We'll find out right there, and yes, it does. Okay, there's one thing else I forgot to show you, in that this has menus for selecting a channel. Now the button in the back, the push button in the back, if I push it to the left and hold it to the left for 2 seconds, that brings up this menu screen here. Now you can select, if you notice, let me hold that down again to the left. Notice this listing on the left here. This is a favorite channel listing, so you can actually, if you use only certain frequencies, you can go down and click it and then select a specific frequency for this list, so you can quickly switch between these different frequencies. And if you let go, I think it just changes back to by itself. Yes, it does. Now if you click to the right, that should bring up the main channel listing. Again, you can automatically and quickly switch between the different bands or the different frequencies just by selecting it like so, instead of pressing buttons numerous times. This is pretty darn neat, in my opinion.
Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's flight is we're going to demonstrate the FXT Viper goggles. Now, I did not show you yet inside here.
This is its carrying case. It comes with this nice carrying case that stores it very well inside here. And inside, all you need to do to assemble it, let me get my little cheat sheet out of the way, is here's the screen. Well, actually, let's just remove the goggles first. Here's the goggles, and here is its power cord, and here is its screen. Bring the screen out. Then you attach the power cord, the micro USB port, to the monitor screen. Make sure you're inserting it properly, and I am. And then install the monitor to the goggles, like so. And raise the antennas, tighten the antennas for the diversity receivers, and we should be good to go. Now, today I'm going to be flying two different drones with this. I have a DT-140 Space Wolf, and I forgot the other one that I got here, but they're both micro FPV racers. They're both on different frequencies, and I think they might also be on NTSC and PAL. Now, this automatically can detect NTSC or PAL and adjust for it, and it also has auto scanning capability, so we're going to demonstrate both of those while flying this, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts as I'm flying this on how it feels and how it looks through the goggles, how the images look. So let's go for a flight of this thing and see how it performs. Hope you enjoy the flight. Remember I said you can wear your glasses with this? I just wanted to show you that they do work. See, you know, it's wide enough and your glasses easily fit in there. Now, the problem with my old eyes is that I require bifocals or transition lenses. That can be an issue with these, in that you can't tilt your head up to adjust for close-in objects like you normally would with a bifocal lens or a transition lens. So with that in mind, I do need to take off my glasses because, you know, I can't tilt my head up. When you do, the whole goggles tilts up with it. So for those of you with older eyes that use transition and bifocals, you're still going to need to remove your glasses to use these. Let me make sure this is on properly. There we go. Okay. I got the DT-140 Space Wolf already fired up over there. I just need to plug in the power, and I'll do that right now. And I'm using a little 3S battery here, I think it's 1,000 milliamp per hour, and putting it on and turning it on by holding the toggle switch in for about 5 seconds. And first thing I need to do is find the frequency of the little quadcopter over there, and I do that by pulling down on the toggle switch to enter into auto search. At the same, and as soon as we got a signal, I'm going to turn on the recorder. Still searching, going through the R band, B band. Okay, we got a signal, and boy, that's a sharp looking image. I do admit this is a sharp looking image. Let me hit the record button. We are recording. We actually should be ready to fly, so that was quick. Okay, let me set it to acro and arming the drone, and let's take off and see how this looks. It's really sharp looking image. Let's try out the range, going around. Oh, you know, this looks so damn nice. These are the nicest looking goggles I've ever seen. Then again, I just use cheap goggles. I really admit, these are nice goggles. They look so sharp. I hope the recording's coming out. Now, one thing about the recording, this records in, I'm not doing a lot of yanking and banking because I want to focus on these goggles, not on the drone. But it records in VGA, 640 by 480. Even though it has widescreen image, the camera on this drone is a widescreen camera. But if I record that image, it's going to scrunch it into 4:3 format from 16 to 9. That is because the image is being transmitted. You know, it is an analog image, and that's just something that's with analog VGA graphics, NTSC. I'm sorry, NTSC analog. It's 640 by 480. With that in mind, the video feed in the recorded image is going to look scrunched, but that is not, you know, that's not a hard thing to adjust. you do that using your video editing software, you can convert it back to 16:9 resolution. And I'm going to show you the difference between the raw recorded image of these goggles versus when you stretch it out to 16:9. Again, that depends on the camera you're using of your drone. The camera on this particular drone is a Swift Mini 2 clone, and that does have a widescreen camera on it and produces widescreen imagery. So again, this is going to be converted to scrunched 4:3 look, but that can be fixed again using your video editing software. Okay, that's enough of this drone here. Well, no, it is not. I still got a lot of flight time on this drone. I like this particular one, the Space Wolf. For those of you who haven't seen my review on the Space Wolf, I recommend viewing it. It is a good drone. Nice flying drone. Nice flying drone. Let's go out. Let's check the range out with these diversity antennas. I'm down at the edge of the field. It's working fine. I'm assuming it's going back and forth between the two, A and B. A has got 80. Look at the, I don't know if this is recording the screen in the upper right or upper top, but I'm looking at my diversity monitor information, and I can see both of them are both receiving about the same image quality. But yeah, this is the best looking goggles I've ever. I'm going to keep these, folks. These are a keeper. I'm switching from my, well, depending on how the recorded image, I'm probably going to switch between my from my VRD2 goggles, because these are so much better. Oh, it's a beautiful image. Very, very clear. Normally I have a hard time telling where the heck we are in the field. Not with these. I see us right there. Okay, let's call it quits with this drone. We're getting close to 3.5 anyways. And I will switch to the next drone, and we'll see how hard it is to switch between channels. And disarming. Okay, and there's our flight time. I'm going to keep it recording. Keep these goggles recording, and all I'm going to do is grab another drone, this one here, and unplug this one. Unplugging. And then twisting and plugging this one in. And keep in mind that both of these use FreeSky, both of these drones. So that one's already bound. Putting that on the pad. Going back to my goggles. Putting my goggles back on. It's still recording, but I'm going to do the auto search now. Again, I find that toggle and pull down on that toggle. While it's doing auto search, it looks like it stops the recording automatically. Okay, and we're ready to go there. Turning on my recorder one more time. Oh no, it's still recording. So let's arm it. Acro. Actually, I want to go to air mode today. And arming, I want to fly this one in air mode. Wait. Acro. Oh. Air mode. Yeah, I didn't fly this one yesterday in air mode. I wanted to do that. But this also has a mini Swift, what do you call it, clone for a camera. Let's check it. Oh, the range is nice. I am way down at that end of the field. These goggles have excellent reception. I heard somebody was complaining about reception from these goggles, but no, look folks, I normally don't fly this far over here. And I have excellent reception on that. And let's go down, way down here. I normally don't come over here, folks, if you've seen my videos, but this is not a problem. So those diversity receivers work very well with this. These are fantastic goggles for box goggles. Okay, I'm having issues with this, flying this in air mode. I don't like normally use air mode, but we're going to do it. I'm going to continue flying it with air mode. It's a fast little drone. It is a fast little drone. I forgot the name of this one. I just reviewed it yesterday and I forgot the name of it already. But it's a racer, all right. Look how fast this thing is. Let's try to bring it by us. Zoom. But okay, yeah, these goggles are excellent. Really nice reception. They feel fine on my face. Some people said they were too heavy, but yeah, I guess if you're used to, I'm sorry, I forgot the other type of goggles, little with dual screen goggles. Yeah, box goggles are heavier than dual screens. I will admit that. But the picture quality is just so spectacular on this. I am just so impressed with these goggles. Oh, I hope the recording capability is good, because I am going to use these, fly with these, because I can see the ground. I mean, I can see details that I normally don't see with my VRD2. I just love these goggles. Okay, that is my impression on these. These are fantastic. Sorry about that. Let me go up high for a second here. I'm in full acro now. That's better. That air mode was, I don't know. I just didn't like the feel of the air mode. Okay, it's getting low on power again, so we're going to call it quits on this one too. Let me go up high and go to angle. I'm going to try landing in angle. You know, this, I got the camera set up real high on this, and that makes it difficult to land properly. Those of you who watch my videos know that I am a terrible lander. Let's get closer. Ah, that's good enough. Disarming. I'm not any better in angle mode. Okay, hold off before we stop here. Let me make sure I turn off the recording. I gotta find that record button. Recording off. Dang, I love these goggles. These are cool. I like them. Okay, so my final thoughts. Although, you know, let me go get my drone too. Although I couldn't use my glasses with these because of my particular vision, I need to use bifocals, and I'm an old fogey, I admit it. But those of you with better vision, or those of you that don't require bifocal usage, should be able to use your own glasses with these. Let me turn this off. The image quality, depending on your camera, on your drone, if you have one of these, like one of these Swift or Runcam Swifts or Swift clones, with CCD cameras, these produce excellent imagery, okay? And this takes advantage of that imagery, because the resolution on this screen, I believe, is 840. I'll put with what the resolution is, but it was so sharp, so clear. I don't know, you know, I was kind of surprised at that, because of, you know, I use Eachine VRD2 goggles. It's always a fuzzy image, okay? Not with these. It is by no means a fuzzy image. Very good quality image from this. So I like these goggles. I am going to be using these goggles in all of my future FPV videos. And the diversity receivers worked excellent. I was flying all around the field here with both of these with minimal loss of reception. So they were working very well too. So hope you enjoyed this flight and review. This is Quadcopter 101 with the FXT Vipers. Very nice goggles. Signing out.